Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you, wherever you are, whatever time it is when you listen to this. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so this is gonna be the Destiny Path readings. This is gonna be the Destiny Path readings, okay? Just in case you guys aren't clear or you didn't get the opportunity to watch the soul recognition video that I posted, right? The way that you calculate your destiny path is you write out all of the letters of your name, okay? And then you take the numbers 1 through 9 and you write them across the top of the page, all right? And then you take every letter of the alphabet and you put one letter under each number, all right? So A would be 1, B would be 2, C would be 3, so on and so forth, right? Till you get to the number 9 and then you start over, all right? So ultimately, right, you're going to do Destiny Path 1, right? You're going to see what's going on with you, Destiny Path 1, see what you got going on. Now, Destiny Path is different than your life path, okay? They do intertwine, though. They do intertwine, though, all right? But they're not the same thing. So, Destiny Path 1. Let's see what you guys got going on. See what comes up. All right, some illusions, opportunities for protection, and a lover. Okay. Gemini. Okay. So, in regards to doing what it is that you would feel with the indecisions that come into place with not working, with some things not working. Some of this stuff is from 8 years ago. Okay. Destiny Path 1. I did notice that my Alice in Wonderland deck was one of the decks that called out to me, which let me know that it was going to be some down a rabbit hole stuff that you're going to have to pay attention to. I'm not going to get into it a whole lot right now, though. But pay attention to an opportunity or an illusion that would have come into place as being protected with a lover, okay? 8 years ago. That's part of it. The other portion of it is what the indecision or being indecisive is. And there being two spiritual truths that come into place with this situation for you, okay? Because one of it is going to be something that you hold close to you that only you know, and the other one is going to be what it is that you would have projected, right? Some of and is going to be about whether or not you can feel where you can um, feel your way through things. That's from the Journey of Love reading it was that I did some time ago. And in that particular reading, that card on the Journey of Love, it talks about um, do you trust yourself? Basically. Okay, Destiny Path 1, do you trust yourself? And one being about taking initiative. Taking initiative is also associated with the magician. Um, but from what this may be giving your life path, if your life path is different than your destiny path, you're going to have to figure out where those two meet. And that's part of this indecision that I'm really picking up on. Not knowing which way to go or which one is like more important. Your destiny can change based off of different situations or different opportunities it is that you would have had. And especially when you're talking about there being a wish fulfillment. Okay? That'll come into place within the jealousy of one's independence. How one can do something on their own is one of them. The other thing is the jealousy that'll come into place with being a 10th coin. But in the spiritual aspect, it'll be about being unapologetic in one's independence. Okay? So we got that part. Let's see what else we can pull out of here for you. It looks like it's a lot of situational shit that comes into place with your romance life though. If you're looking at this for genuine being, a lover or romantic with an individual in the higher forms, meaning that you can relate to them from the heart throat, third eye, crown chakra, right? Aspects of it, yeah, because it's looking like you would have had opportunities, but they wouldn't have worked. And it would have been some stuff that would have taken place 8 years ago within the community. Okay, Destiny Path 1. But the wish fulfillments, right? And then in that regard, not being the incoming official person, right? That's that portion. If you're an alchemist, because true enough, it's Gemini, but we all know that Sagittarius has a little portion of this in regards to the angelic aspect and being temperance. So, Destiny Path 1, you might need to be looking into, if you're not already able to do so, what alchemy is to it and for you, and how do you handle your essence. Meaning, like, if you negatively enforce, or if you draw on a lot of negativity and you produce negativity, then that's not something that you want to do, right? And you might be getting tired of it. The other portion of it that'll come into place with it is if you around a lot of negativity and you produce positively, that can be just as toxic. It really, really can, because when you feel like you're low on energy, what it can do is make you go into some risky situations just so that you can be positive. Right now, on the other hand, you have those people who can take in positivity and then they produce negatively, right? Meaning they'll do a whole bunch of nasty word shit. Okay, people like that, you might come around those people because they would create that environment for that negative essence so that you can draw off of it and you can produce. Okay, then the last one, right? What you would be trying to get to is the positive and positive, right? You take in positivity and you produce positivity. Because sometimes when you're the type of person that takes in negativity but produces positivity, that seems like balance, right? But what can happen is you can turn into, for lack of better phrasing, cleanup, right? And it's okay to be on cleanup, but like in baseball, when you're playing a sport, but you don't want to have to do that throughout the course of your life. So you're gonna have to learn how to take in positivity too, so that you don't just stay. So you know how to maneuver in either atmosphere. Okay, that's what you need to pay attention to. Okay, from what I'm getting from this Destiny Path 1. All right, and then there being the incoming official person, or what it is to become an official person, or before one was an official person in a community. Let me see what else. Oh, all right, now being this privileged lady aspect, overall essence is the expectation. Neptune, you want to know what this is really, really giving? Some of the portions of Neptune going retrograde in humanity, Destiny Path 1, is what you really need to focus on, because Neptune was a part of the Piscean era a whole lot. Neptune and Jupiter, but predominantly Neptune. So it's really important for the spiritual connections it is that you would have. And you should have paid attention to that, because that would indicate where your destiny would be best suited, regardless of what your life path is and regardless of signs and all the other stuff, because all of this is realistically a situational things going on in the thoughts. So the wish fulfillment in one's thoughts, and then there being, let's see, the wisdom that you should have got from it. Oh, okay. Feeling is a gift is one of the things that I'm getting from it. Now, the wisdom that on this card is the lady of the gift, right? But the wisdom is feeling, the feminine essence, and what it is for there to be risk in regards to the wise and the risk of one not being wise. And then there being this cosmic essence of a route or a circuitous route. The cosmic essence that'll come into place with whether or not it's a spiral. Okay, Destiny Path 1, what you need to pay attention is to your footing. You gotta watch your footing. So very serious. Where you step, where were you? You gotta pay attention to those different spaces, especially when you're talking about the Shadow Queen. It says acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. So one of the things that's kind of coming to me is with all of this stuff is like the whole book of shadows type aspects, and realistically, it's more so about just because something is hidden doesn't mean that it's bad. Okay, part one, part two. Just because you're more of a nocturnal individual, you got to figure out what you got to get done at night. Everybody ain't gonna be able to do that. That's that part. The other portion of it is gonna be with the Shadow Queen, how it is one collects information on a continuous basis. From what I'm seeing though, right? It's gotta be about you gotta decide which area this is gonna benefit you the most in. Okay, 11:22 when I said this. So in your intuition building, have you built your intuition? Because that's what this is really giving. Destiny Path 1 currently, right now. And in regards to either some things not working or 8 years ago, some shit, you had some opportunities that didn't work. You may need to make note of it. Why didn't it work? I mean, the obvious reason is because you're dealing in regards to the shadow aspect and not being a lover. Some and not doing what it is that one would feel when within the clearing out of an offer. And then there being for the alchemical people, right? It'll be the spiral dance. So it'll be like what's it called? It's given that one card in Necromonicon. It's like a sickness. Part of it is like a sickness, but the other thing is with the snake wrapped around the planet. Hey, look into different avenues and aspects, Destiny Path 1, that are associated on the humanitarian scale for you and how they correlate. The reason why I say this is Stonehenge may have relevance to or for you, and the fact and the funny way of saying it is that it's a head down. I want to say one a head is in like South America, and then the other part of it is the feet are in where Stonehenge is. You know what I mean when I'm saying is Destiny Pathway. All right. Not having a discussion, not having a communication. So some of this is within not talking, not communicating, being out of communication. Now, because some of it is about the whether or not you in at work within one not collecting the information. How things went when it was just causing it was just a line, and the risk it was that would have been taken with things being aligned with lovers. Some of this that I'm getting is that when you with a lover, you don't work. When you don't, and when you not with a lover, you work. Are you okay? Some of this is yeah. This is. Do you feel broken? Are you broken? Destiny Path 1. Pay that some attention. I'm gonna pull one of these love cards for you though. You really, I'm yeah, because the essence that I'm getting right now is just kind of Destiny Path 1. This is craziness to me. All right, but I'm not judging you. I'm saying it's craziness because it's about the communications aspect that comes into place. And I read for adults. So within reading for adults, you should communicate certain things. If you would have all these different opportunities with all these different, if these are people, you know, seven water signs, seven fire signs, and it'll give off the Sagittarian aspect or the humanitarian portion. But here we go. We got secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities. Up here we go. It's in the love portion for you. For new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing focus on another. Now's the time to give to yourself. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay? I hope that helps you guys out, Destiny Path 1. I know that I found where I could do the love readings and I'm comfortable. So thank you, Destiny Path 1, for, oh, and the overall essence of embrace. Okay, through each other, you find the missing pieces. Okay, so Destiny Path 1, I would like to thank you all because I have been trying to figure where I would put a love reading it. And now I know I can do it on the Destiny Path. I don't have to do it on the light path. All right. Yeah, because a person may not necessarily be destined to fall in love. Thank you. Destiny Path 1. So, yeah. If you have any questions or concerns, please, 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 right? Direct them towards Lightwork Ain't Lightwork, LLC at gmail.com, right? Lightwork Ain't Lightwork, LLC at gmail.com, all right? Because see, remember, light work, it ain't like work. It is not light work. It's not light work. And that's why you have to stay light while you work